is full disclosure. Because we know what we're seeing, and there are too many of us. We're not going anywhere.
As I gaze upon the annals of time, one thing that comes through: we are not alone in this universe. It's a thought that rings true. Ancient cave dwellers drew spacecraft on the walls. It's a recurring theme. I've seen the same thing while walking late at night, and I know it's not a dream.
From Malmstrom to Manat, Boston to LA, there are people asking questions and they will not go away. But what has been seen might not be what it seems. The government's shadows dance in the sea.
If you tell the truth, they will ridicule everything you say and do. It's all part of a deception. It's a puppet master's tool. And I've seen those craft shut down the silos from 10 miles away. And there ain't nothing that the Pentagon can do. They can't make them go away.
From Malmstrom to Manat, Boston to LA, there are people asking questions and they will not go away. But what has been seen might not be what it seems. The government's shadows dance in the sea. From Malmstrom to Manat, New York to LA.
The views, opinions, and representations expressed on the Night Dreams Talk Radio Network and its website are those of the hosts, guests, and participants, and are not necessarily those of or endorsed by the network, its affiliated stations and broadcasts, the management, other hosts, or advertisers of the network. The shows found on the Night Dreams Talk Radio Network can, but do not necessarily, promote any particular lifestyle, belief, religion, political affiliation, or other personal practice. These shows are for entertainment purposes only, and are not intended to treat, diagnose, and or claim any cure of disease or condition, or give any medical or legal advice. Night Dreams Talk Radio Network brings you The World Paranormal News with James Creechbaum. Now, the latest news.
I'm James Creechbaum, and tonight, here's tonight's Paranormal and Earth News. SETI Institute celebrates 35 years of hunting ET. The research organization is today celebrating 35 years of searching for signs of extraterrestrial intelligence. Founded in Mountain View, California, back on November 20th, 1984, the SETI Institute has made it its mission to systematically scan the skies for evidence that we are not alone in the universe. Certainly, a lot has changed since the Institute's humble beginnings, including the construction of the Allen Telescope Array in the Cascade Mountains and the discovery of several thousand extrasolar planets, distant worlds that may or may not have the potential to harbor intelligent life. After more than 3 decades, however, scientists have still barely scratched the surface. Co-founder Jill Tarter, who was the inspiration for Jodie Foster's character in the movie Contact, has previously compared the hunt for evidence of extraterrestrial life in the universe to someone trying to find a fish in the Earth's oceans by examining a single glass of water. Even so, one of SETI Institute's major achievements over the decades has been to bring the idea of finding extraterrestrial life into the limelight and to make it a more acceptable topic of research. It's become more mainstream to talk about the search for life in the universe. said astronomer Jason Wright. I think Carl Sagan took a lot of heat for framing astronomy in terms of finding humanity's place in the cosmos and answering the question, are we alone? But that vision of his has become standard. The SETI Institute has embodied that and all the astrobiology research that it does. So what are the chances that SETI will one day discover evidence of an intelligent alien life? As things stand, it's impossible to say, but scientists are determined to keep searching until they find one. Now, can organ transplants transfer the donor's soul? Very good question. About 6% of the patients who receive organ transplants experience episodes of what medical science can only describe as cellular memory. The phenomenon involves personality changes or cravings attributed to the characteristics of the person who donated the organ. Some people believe that the neurons present in the donated organs transfer experiences and preferences of the donor. Now, these are been reported all across different cases all over the world. It's really a fascinating thing, and we'll look forward to more on that. Now, also, a meteor shower could produce up to 400 meteors per hour tomorrow night on November 21st. Yes, on November 21st, we'll have the opportunity to seek a quick burst of shooting stars in the night sky. This is due to what's called as the alpha monoceratids. This burst, however, only lasts about a half hour to an hour, starting around 11:50 p.m. Now, the institute that has put this out in Virginia has estimated a rate of 400 meteors per hour could peak on Tuesday night. But you'll want to get out about a half hour beforehand, before the peak time at about 11 to 11:15 p.m. Allow your eyes time to adjust and time to find the radiant point. This point will likely be low in the eastern sky, so you may also want to find an elevated spot to watch it from. One bit of good news for us is that the moon doesn't rise until 2:19 a.m., which is after peak, so that will help out also. Also, human hybrids, what are they? And what's in it for us about them? Well, according to one study, what is human hybrids and what is their agenda? This is a big question out there. Sapiens being assisted by aliens, Homo sapiens being assisted by aliens to evolve through a series of complex programs into a new upgraded species. What is the evidence? How is contact with aliens linked to human labels like Star Child, Indigo, Crystal Letter People, or the labels indicating a genetic dysfunction or possibility or orchestrated phenomenon to an upgrade humans? Why do some individuals feel more connected to non-human intelligence than their human family? If so, what does this mean for our species? The late Command Sergeant Robert Dean mentioned his time with the NHIs was shown by them. Humanity is a work in progress, an unfinished masterpiece. Are we indeed an evolving species being assisted to discover who we really are? If so, what does it mean for humanity? Until the top of the hour, that's all the news for now.
Night Dreams Talk Radio, After Dark, wants to give a big shout out to all the truckers that listen to our show.
And again, without you truckers, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing now today. I want to say thank you. Check out our website at www.nightdreamstalkradio.com. Well, let's get Bruce Maccabee on the phone. So let's do that right now. And if you hear a dog barking in the background, I am babysitting. Well, we got 2 dogs in the house. And even the studio with all the equipment, I can tell you, they make a lot of noise. So we'll see what happens here with Bruce and see if we can get him on. And he's not answering. Well, interesting. Well, there he is, I think.
Available to take your call.
Hey, Bruce.
Hello.
Hi, yep. Hi, Bruce. I didn't think we had you there. I was getting worried.
Well, I guess you didn't worry too long.
No, hey, at my age, even a minute is a long time. You know that.
You're lucky to go from minute to minute.
I know. At my age, I'm happy to go minute to minute, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm at age 77. I guess I am now.
Oh, come on.
I'm getting to the point where I lose track of the age.
Yeah, but I bet you, Bruce, you know where your car keys are. That's more than I can say for mine.
Well, I'm afraid I can't help you.
Yeah, I don't think anybody can help me. I have a tendency of losing everything, and I'm only going on 68. And
young kid.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like it. So, what has been going on with conspiracies, UFO reports? What is happening here? You know, like last time you were on, you know, people were for a long time saying, "Oh, the big, disclosure is going to happen." Well, it never happened. At least that I'm aware of.
Right. You seem to have run out of steam or run into a roadblock or something with people continually coming up with what they think are potential explanations for the Navy sighting, Navy pilot sightings. That it was assumed that with these sightings, which have high credibility, certainly higher than most sightings, would perhaps be the straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak.
I was hoping.
But, we appear to have run into a roadblock. And although you do get more favorable press in various types of publications nowadays than we did a few years ago, or 10 years ago, or 20 years ago, or whatever, it doesn't seem to have continued. The acceptability of the subject doesn't seem to have made a big, major change. There's still people saying that this all can be explained, or they ignore it. But that's another thing, too, just plain ignoring. It's been around for so long that a lot of people just say, "Oh yeah, they're real." So what's the best road to take to get to work? And miss the traffic jam this morning. There are a lot of things more important in people's lives than UFOs.
I don't know. I think the UFO thing, I really want some type of disclosure to come. It's like they hung a carrot in front of us and let us take a little nibble off that carrot, but that's as far as it's gone. And I tell you, there's more people. You know, right now on my show, Bruce, I mean, because we do a lot of different, topics, but the hottest topic we have on the show is UFOs. I don't know if you ever heard of, like, Terry Lovelace. He's I've
heard of Linda Lovelace.
Oh, I think we all heard of Linda Lovelace. I have fond memories of Linda Lovelace when I was a young kid. But anyway, Terry Lovelace was a former...
And for president.
Yeah, and she probably could have been a very good president. And I'm not going to say why either. But I could say Terry Lovelace was a former U.S. Attorney General. He's an attorney. He's now retired. But he was in the Air Force in the mid-'70s, and him and his friend went camping. And they had an encounter with a UFO, and what happened with his military career afterwards, the military police getting him sodium pentothal, and all the stuff he went through. And he's one of the most legit abductees I've ever talked to. And you might want to check him out. I mean, he's been on, the History Channel there? Not History, the Travel Channel, James?
Uh-huh. Yeah, he was on Travel Channel on I think it was My Horror Story, for only like 15, 20-minute segment, but it blew me away, just that little bit. And then he's been on our show, and it's amazing. That's his story.
Oh, I'm not familiar with it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you said it happened back in the mid-'70s?
Yeah. Now, what you can do, if you ever get spare time, just go to our website and click on, Terry Lovelace. You'll see everything is titled. I
got your website up here. I see you're doing Whitley tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait for Whitney.
Well, I was going to start off today talking a little bit about Whitley, because I had